Hi everyone, welcome to another video. Now just to remind you guys that there's about a week or so left to have a chance at winning a free swing analysis online from me. And if you want to participate, just be sure to leave a comment on any one of my videos just explaining what your biggest frustration is with your golf swing. And after December 26th, I will respond to 3 of your comments just announcing that you have won, and we'll go through the process from there. Now in this week's video, I'm going to be talking about the role of your trail elbow in the golf swing and how it affects the shaft. As usual, if you enjoyed this video, please leave a like, and if you are new to the channel, please subscribe to see more golf related content. So when it comes to the trail elbow, there are 4 main movements. So the trail elbow can either bend or extend, and it can also externally rotate or internally rotate. When it comes to bending or extending the trail elbow, it will primarily affect the width or overall radius of the swing itself. So that'll affect your ability to control where you strike the ground. If you extend the trail elbow too early, then most likely the low point of your swing will be too far behind the ball, and reversely, if you keep the trail elbow bent too long, then your low point may be too far in front, or you may even miss the ground altogether. Now, the way to know if you've extended out your trail elbow correctly is to look at what you've done just after impact. What will tend to happen is if you pay attention to my lead arm and the shaft, okay, after striking the ball, you'll see that the shaft of the club and my arm almost form a straight line after you hit the ball. So what that would mean is that the low point, or the part of the swing where it's the longest, is just after you hit the ball. Typically, the worst players will extend their trail elbows too early in the downswing, which makes it harder to produce speed and hit the same spot on the ground, whereas the better players will extend their trail elbows just after they hit the ball. When it comes to the rotation of the trail elbow, that will mainly affect how steep or shallow the shaft becomes throughout the swing. The more internal rotation of the trail elbow, the more steep the shaft becomes, and the more external rotation, then the more the shaft flattens out. So most golfers are slicers of the golf ball. So that means that typically the pattern that you're going to see with those players is that from the top they get the shaft working very, very steep to where the club head will work outside of the ball and swing across the ball to the left. So when the shaft typically gets more steep, it's very common for their trail elbow to be too internally rotated like this, okay, to where you'll see like almost like a flying elbow. So with the better players from the top of the swing, you'll see more external rotation. So when that happens, you'll see that the elbow will kind of point more in towards the chest, okay, almost like you're losing an arm wrestling match, okay, and that will actually help the shaft work more backwards or flat coming down. So that makes it easier for the club to swing more degrees from in to out. Alright, so if you do feel like you're a player that does not have enough external rotation of the trail arm, here is a great drill for you to try. So all you'll just need is a club, and what you'll do is you'll just underhand the club head just like this, okay, and then you're just going to gently place the shaft of the club behind your shoulder, just like this, or behind your trail shoulder. Now if you are someone that has some sort of a shoulder issue, or maybe struggle with shoulder mobility, you don't have to place the shaft directly behind the shoulder. You can actually place the shaft closer to just behind the elbow, just like this. So not so much behind the shoulder, but more so behind the elbow, okay? Now, for me, I'm going to place it behind my shoulder. So you're also going to make sure that the butt end of the club, or the grip end, is in front of your body, okay? So if you can hold on to this with your left hand or your lead hand and make sure that the grip is in front of your body, and then rehearse the downswing just like this, okay? So that will prevent any internal rotation of the arm at all. So if you can do this a couple times, just like this, so that'll really get you to feel what it's like to kind of have that elbow pointed more so in front of you and get that elbow more externally rotated. So do this for a few reps and let me know what you think. So if you are a slicer of the golf ball and tend to swing the club too many degrees from out to in, or you struggle with hitting the same spot on the ground, then understanding how your trail elbow bends or moves is something to consider. Thank you so much for watching. I hope this helps. If you have any questions or need any further clarification on things, you can leave a comment down below. Be sure to follow me on my Instagram at Jonathan K. Moss. But other than that, see you guys next week.